Barkley should have called Jordan. That's really what this comes down to. And one of the things that I'm not going to let anybody lie on Charles Barkley, and I'm not going to let anybody lie on Michael Jordan, because I know them a little bit. Michael Jordan is not how Charles Barkley just described him.
I said, guys, I think I'm the best basketball player in the world. We're going to play the Bulls for the championship. Michael Jordan just has some more help. I'm just as good as him. They look at me like I'm crazy.
Charles Barkley once believed he was the greatest basketball player on the planet, better even than Michael Jordan. These two NBA legends shared a friendship that withstood everything, from their draft night battles to their Olympic success. But in 2012, a single phone call shattered it all. This is the story of how Charles Barkley came to terms with the truth that Michael Jordan was, in fact, the better player, and how that realization ultimately destroyed their bond. Picture it, 1993. Charles Barkley truly believed that no one in the world could match his skill. Not second best. Not even close. The best. After coming off a season where he claimed the MVP title, leading the Phoenix Suns to the league's best record at 62-20, Barkley had a newfound level of confidence.
I said, guys, I think I'm the best basketball player in the world. We're going to play the Bulls for the championship. Michael Jordan just has some more help. I'm just as good as him. They look at me like I'm crazy.
When he arrived in Phoenix, he walked into that locker room with complete assurance. What makes this story incredible is that Barkley wasn't just any player spouting off. This was a Hall of Famer. Someone who had just taken the MVP title with a massive 59 first-place votes, leaving Michael Jordan with only 13. The basketball world had spoken, and it was clear, in 1993, Charles Barkley was the league's most valuable player. When Barkley told his coach, Cotton Fitzsimmons, that the Suns were headed to the finals and that he was the best player in the world, Cotton's reply was simple: Michael Jordan will be there too. Barkley, unfazed, fired back, "I think I'm better than Michael Jordan." This wasn't empty bragging. He had earned the right to say it. In the 1992-93 season, Barkley put up 25.6 points, 12.2 rebounds, and 5.1 assists while shooting over 50% from the field. He had led his team to the best record in the league. Statistically, there was no reason why he couldn't believe he could beat Jordan. The two had been close friends since entering the NBA in 1984, and they had shared incredible moments. They were both on the iconic Dream Team in Barcelona, where Barkley even outscored Jordan, averaging 18 points to Michael's 14.8. They enjoyed countless rounds of golf and went out partying together. Their friendship was visible to fans throughout the 90s, especially in the Last Dance documentary. If anyone knew what true friendship looked like in the NBA, it was Barkley and Jordan. But that camaraderie was about to be tested on the biggest stage, the NBA Finals. The stage was set. Barkley's Suns, having finished the regular season with the best record in the league, were up against Jordan's Bulls, who had claimed back-to-back titles in 1991 and 1992. Though the Bulls were favorites, Barkley had every reason to believe this was his time. Game 1 started the finals with a bang. The Bulls triumphed 192, with Jordan scoring 31 points, while Barkley only managed 21. But Game 2 was something different. Both superstars exploded for 42 points each, marking just the second time in NBA Finals history that two players scored 40-plus in the same game. The Bulls still came out on top 111-108, largely due to Jordan's 12 rebounds and 9 assists, which helped him complete the game in a way Barkley could not match. Down 0-2, the Suns were on the ropes as they headed back home. But Game 3 was unforgettable for reasons beyond the two superstars. It went into triple overtime, where Kevin Johnson played 62 out of 63 minutes, and Dan Majerle hit clutch shots to keep the Suns alive. Barkley, playing with an injured right elbow, grabbed 19 rebounds along with 24 points, securing Phoenix's first win of the series, 129-121. But by now, Barkley had given Jordan more fuel to his fire. After seeing Jordan take 43 shots in Game 3, Barkley remarked, "Man, Michael Jordan shot the ball 43 times. Damn. That's unbelievable." He's going to be icing his elbow too.
We put our friendship
Aside.
aside.
Big mistake, Chuck. Big mistake. Jordan came back with vengeance in Game 4. He dropped 55 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, shooting 21 of 37 from the field. The Bulls were up 3-1 in the series, and Michael Jordan had firmly reminded Barkley who was the true alpha. Barkley, on the other hand, had a remarkable performance as well, registering a triple-double with 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 10 assists. But it wasn't
But
enough.
I finished with like 48, 49, somewhere in there, 26, something like that. But Michael fucking had like 55. Ooh. That night when I was like, this motherfucker ain't gonna let me win this thing.
Jordan had shown his supremacy once again. In Game 6, the Bulls sealed their third consecutive title when John Paxson hit a game-winning three-pointer with just 3.9 seconds left, giving Chicago a 99-98 win. After the final buzzer, Barkley's dreams of a championship were shattered.
And I'll tell you, Sean, that's the first time in my life I felt like, I said, damn, that guy's better at basketball than me. Because I had my chance, a showdown at the OK Corral.
That night, he went home to find his daughter crying. "Daddy, you lost again," she said. For Barkley, that hit deeper than any loss in his career. He had always believed he was the best. But this finals series crushed that belief. Jordan's 41 points per game during the series set a finals record that still stands today. Barkley's 27.3 points and 13 rebounds were historic, yet they were overshadowed by Jordan's greatness.
Yeah, I remember going home. When I got home, my daughter was upset. And I had told her before, I said, ain't nobody in the world better at basketball than your dad, and we're going to win this fucking series. When I got home, she was crying, and I was like, she's, "Dad, I thought you told me y'all were going to win." I said, "Christiana, I ain't never said this before."
Despite the heartbreaking loss, their friendship endured for nearly 2 more decades. They both retired from the game, Barkley becoming an analyst on TNT's Inside the NBA.
I ain't never said this before. I think there's somebody better at basketball than me. You know? Because, it's Michael and Larry and Magic.
While Jordan transitioned to owning the Charlotte Hornets, their bond remained intact. But in 2012, everything changed after one phone call. While Barkley was on Inside the NBA, he expressed his honest opinion about Jordan's struggles as an executive. He wasn't impressed with Jordan's performance running the Hornets, pointing out missteps in his management style. While most analysts would have gone on without a second thought, this was different. Michael Jordan wasn't just any owner. He was Charles Barkley's best friend. That night, Jordan called Barkley, and the conversation quickly turned heated. According to Barkley, Jordan exploded in anger, delivering a final verbal blow. The conversation ended with one clear message: the friendship was over. As Barkley later put it, and that was it. The bitter irony of their feud is haunting. These two men, who had once battled each other for the title of the best basketball player, ended up destroying their friendship over something far less significant than a championship. The rivalry was clear back in 1993, when Barkley had admitted that Jordan was the better player. Even now, Barkley has never shied away from that truth. But now, both men have left their playing careers behind. Jordan has his 6 championships, his brand, and billions. Barkley has his Hall of Fame career and a lucrative TV contract. Yet neither of them has their best friend anymore. Today, when asked if their friendship could ever be repaired, Barkley simply says, "Michael has my number." The ball is in Jordan's court, but given their pride and stubbornness, it's likely that the two legends will never reconcile. It's heartbreaking to realize that the friendship that began in 1984, one that survived so much, ultimately fell apart over something so small. But one truth remained clear. When it came to competition, Michael Jordan would never, ever allow himself to lose. Not on the court, and certainly not in a battle with his best friend. And in the end, everybody lost.